Okay guys, welcome to a fresh series on my channel. You may be wondering, where's Ark? Well, if you want to see in more detail what's going on with the Ark series, then check out my Instagram. I'll put it in the description below. We've had a couple of problems with the save data and I've decided to leave that series. It wasn't going anywhere. And, I am going to be focusing on this Minecraft series, which will be up next week, I think. But for now, I want a series to myself, and that's why I've decided to start a Bournemouth career mode. Now, if you know me, you know that I'm very passionate about Bournemouth, being to their games, and I definitely feel that I know how I want to take this club forward. It's never going to happen. I'm never going to replace Eddie Howe, but at least this game gives me the chance to see what I would do with this squad. Now, let's advance to the invites. The board aren't expecting too much from us. You can see we're not really offered much money in terms of these international cups, but we'll go for the one that offers us the most. Looks like it's in Germany, so should be interesting. Shouldn't be a problem. Didn't seem to be any big clubs there. You can see we got Cologne, Hoffenheim and Mainz. Let's see what the board are saying, and then we can go check out what the squad looks like from day one. Okay, so that's to do with the International Cup we will be taking part in. We can delete that to let us know the transfer market is open like it is in real life, and it looks like we are nowhere near signing anyone in real life, so let's change that around in this series. First scout report, we'll take a look at that in a second, and that's just a scout saying hello. We got someone called Jonathan Wright doing our scouting. We probably won't listen to much from him, but let's see what they're saying anyway. I have no interest in signing anyone that hasn't got a game face. So if it has that weird blank face, you're out. Not interested. Kane Wilson, we do need a right back, but it doesn't look like he's the quickest, and he is from Exeter, but he is young. Not really interested though. So we've got a centre back here from Leicester. Again, doesn't have any standout stats, but he is 18, so maybe one for the future, but not what we're looking for right now. Don't need a left back. We've got Charlie Daniels and we've got Tyrone Mings. That's all I need right now. Again, no face. Let's skip through these a little bit more quicker now. I kind of know what I want to do early on. Alex Iwobi is interesting actually. He does say that he's a left mid, but I know he can play more central, so I am interested to scout Alex because I've seen him in real life. He is someone I do rate. We'll shortlist him so we can approach Mr. Wenger. Jamie Hansen, not interested. If I'm going to get a right back, I want him to be, I wouldn't push to the world-class limit, but I do have a couple of ideas who I want at the right-back position. Not interested in these or Mr. Horahane. Okay, so he has brought someone decent out there. Yeah, Alex Iwobi. I wasn't even thinking at the start of this episode to go for Alex Iwobi. We already have minus 36 million profit. Brilliant. We're stuck with a 36 million transfer budget to start. Got a decent wage, so let's take a look at this. Let's have a look at the squad. We'll look here and then we'll go to selling players and then have a look at who we want to bring in. So let's start from the top. We've got Callum Wilson and Joshua King up the top. I already know that I want to change this formation. See, in Ultimate Team I do play the 4-2-3-1 narrow. Now I want to play wingers in this, so it's making me think I might go for the 4-2-3-1 wide, because I do want to play a sole striker, a centre attacking mid, and two wingers. Now, at the beginning of this episode, I was leaning towards 4-3-3, which I don't really go to in Ultimate Team anymore. It's kind of a dead formation, but against the computer, it should be okay. Now, I want to start Ibe. I think I slag him off a lot, and if you see me watch any Bournemouth games, you'll know I slag him off a lot because he doesn't score. But I do believe he's underrated in this game. I don't think he's as bad as a 72 overall, but He is 21. He's got a good weak foot. He can play on either wing. I'm definitely going to keep him around. Now, Josh King, I'm going to start at the centre and attacking mid role. He can play there. He has had a weak foot upgrade. I know in Ultimate Team at the moment he's got a 2-star weak foot, 3-star skills, and they have upgraded that on career mode, which is good. I still believe his stats in game are underrated, like totally. So you're 79 finishing. I mean, if you go by this season so far, 79 finishes is quite generous, but last season, you know, he put up a good fight. Now Stanislas, I was going to start, but now I've changed my mind, and I want to start Ryan Fraser, and he again can play on either wing with a 4-star weak foot. So I think I'm going to start him on the left and have him cut in onto his right. Ibe is right-footed as well. Both very young. Now I thought Fraser was a bit younger than 23, but still 23 years young. 5'4". He's going to be our little Scottish Messi in this series. I can tell you that now. Now Daniels, Ake, Cook and Smith are going to be my back four. From day one they'll be my back four, and if you saw what my picture was before my new custom picture on YouTube, you know that Harry Arter is going to be starting. No matter how bad he performs, he is going to be the man. 5-star weak foot, centre mid and centre defensive mid. From Ireland. He's only 27. He's got a good 5 years in this team, and if I have it my way, he'll be staying till the end of this series. And I am going to be starting Mr. Lewis Cook, because I think he's definitely one for the future, and he will be, in my opinion, the future captain of Bournemouth in this series. And that is how it's going to... What foot are you? I think you're right. He is right-footed, and Harry Arter's got a 5-star weak foot, so he's going to be starting there. Now, that is how the team will start for me this series. Now, let's quickly jump to the bench before going to sell some players. I do like Mousset. But we've got Jermaine Defoe. Now, Jermaine Defoe has to be at least on the bench and pushing for a first-team spot ahead of Wilson. A Phobe, I think I'm going to sell. It pains me to say I think I'm going to sell a Phobe. Now, I'm not going to play any of the International Cup. Apart from if we make it to the final, I will play the final to guarantee that boost of transfer budget, because we do need it. But I'm not going to play any of the qualifying games. And it's just because it's boring. I don't think it's very entertaining to watch against these little German teams. Now, Mings... Most of these players are really underrated. 71 rated Mings, I think, is disgusting, but he can play centre back. He is young and he's 6'5". Fantastic talent, fantastic. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with Dan Gosling. I just believe that he doesn't offer much to the table. He comes in with a goal every now and again, so yeah, he could be alright off the bench, but I have no interest in keeping him, and I'm going to sell Gosling. I no interest in keeping him around. Emerson Hyman will be on the bench because I think he's a very good talent. As you can see, 90 agility and 86 balance in the midfield is crucial. He doesn't have the strength, but the agility makes up for it. He's only 21. He's got a good weak foot, so he will be pushing for a first team place, hopefully, if he performs. Now, a lot of people will be shouting, yeah, sell Mark Pugh, get rid of him, 30 years old. No, stats are very average, got a decent agility, but that's about it. But he's a legend. Now, if you're a Bournemouth fan and watching this, he is a legend of the club. He will be starting on the bench for me unless I bring in someone who I will show you in a moment. He will be starting on the bench because, you know, he's 30 years old. I won't get a lot of money for him, and, you know, I don't really want to sell him. I don't want to see him go in real life either, but Premier League side now. I will offload a lot of these faceless people, but I'm interested in loaning out Ramsdale because I think he's one for the future. Now we've seen what the squad looks like. Let's quickly have a look at who the captain's going to be. The captain is, of course, Francis, but he's not going to be starting. It's going to be Cook. Free kicks will leave with Arter. Penalties, I want Wilson. I want him to be the top scorer of the club. Corner, he's a tiny player, so he will be taking the left corner because he's a right-footed player. If we have got a left-footed player, I will put them on the right side. Daniels can take that corner. So moving on over to the selling side of the team. I have no idea how to look at this menu. Transfer hub? Received, offered, shortlist. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Scouting, so transfer history. How do I sell players? Search players? Scout instructions? Office. Have they moved it to the office now? I don't play career mode a lot and I am completely lost. What? Must be in transfer hub. Sent offered, receive offered, transfer listed. I want to transfer list my players. Search players. Oh. No. Right, guys, I am completely lost. Oh! Squad hub. There we go. I think this is... Can I sell? Okay, okay, right. Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. I was really lost then. Well, I didn't even realise Federici was still on our books. So straight away we're going to be transfer listing Mr. Federici. Jordan, he's 55 rated. We'll loan him. He probably won't push first team. Ramsdale, we will stick on the loan list for now, but he will be a future player for us. Smith we're going to keep. You don't have a face, unfortunately, Mr. Jordan Lee, so you're going, even though we'll get no money for you. Same with you. I think he's actually quite a good player in our youth system, but I'm sorry, you don't have a face. Same with this guy. I know that he's a good talent. I know. And he doesn't have a face, so bye-bye. Royce Wiggins is less than useless, so he's going as well. Brad Smith, unfortunately, I have no love for this player. I think he's useless, so I'm going to have to be brutal and get rid of him as well. And let's just skip through these nice and quickly now. I've got a good idea for what I want to do. You're recently arrived, so he's a good player and he's really underrated, 57. So we'll leave him on loan and hope that his rating boosts. Same with Matt Butcher. Now Matt Butcher is very talented. I do like him, so let's loan him out. Hyman's going to be pushing for first team. Pugh I'm not getting rid of. Gradle, I might recall if we're struggling in January. I might recall him. Now here comes to the bit that I am struggling with, because we've got a lot of strikers. I love Sam Surridge, so I hope they boost his rating on this loan. He's a very talented player, but I think in real life he's leaving on a permanent. Same with Graben. Now, I don't know how much money I could get for Graben, but we'll leave him out on loan for now. You know what? Actually, I'm going to recall him. It costs 474,000 to recall, and I think I can get a couple of mil for him. I'm going to recall Graben. I'm going to make this realistic. We've recalled him in real life. I'm going to recall him now. Didn't cost a lot of money. Might regret it later on when we don't have any money, but we should get some money for Benik Afobe. And same for Graben. I'm going to stick him on the transfer list. Recall, sell. His game face looks incredible now. He looks really realistic. And that would leave us with Josh King, Callum Wilson and Jermaine Defoe, because I think I have put Mousse on the loan list. So that is the team done. We are going to go over here and they're going to tell us we've recalled Graben. Yep. Delete. And before we end the episode, I want to do a few things, and that is find out who will be attempting to bring in to the club. And straight away, someone I absolutely rate highly is Demarai Gray. He is fantastic. We should have put in more of an effort to sign him in the summer. We didn't, because we're working with pennies while Man City, Man United, Barcelona and PSG are running around splashing goodness knows how much money, and Liverpool will be doing the same thing now. They've just cashed in on Coutinho. But let's scout him, let's shortlist him, and I think we're going to try and sign someone. We're going to try and sign someone right now, and that will be the end of the episode, I believe. So one person who I do really need to look for is a solid right back, because Smith can't hold down the position on himself. I do want to keep it English, but if I have to, I will venture out. And I do want it to be fairly young. not too young. I want them to have a little bit of quality about them, so I'll set it to 18 to 26. I think that would be good. There we go. We're searching the championship just because you never know. Like, people like Cyrus Christie, you know, I want to scout them because, you know, I knew they had a lot of talent in FIFA 17. I used to buy them a lot. Fredericks is another one. Very good English, fairly young. I know that he's linked with not Stoke. There is a club that are linked to Fredericks because he's been performing well for Fulham. And here's another one, 6'4". You know, what more do you want? Height, strength, speed. That's all you want from your wing backs. Now, I believe, yeah, that is it from the Championship, and we'll quickly jump over to the Premier League. Have a little look over there, and that is a player I'm definitely interested in. And I think Liverpool have another fullback who we were linked with. I need to shortlist a couple of these players. Let me shortlist these two because I'm interested in both. I'm not interested in bringing in someone like Danilo. You know, I want to make it fairly realistic. You know, players like Fosu Mensah who are young. You know, their careers ahead of them. This is the one I'm very interested in. I want to see his in-game stats. I'll probably attempt to sign him in the next episode after I've done a little bit of research on his in-game stats. I want to make sure he's pacey enough to play on the right because he was originally a centre-back. So I need to check if he can play centre-back as well, because if I've got a player like Joe Gomez along with Tyrone Mings, they can both play left and right back respectively and also play in the middle. That's going to help me later on in the series. So I think he'll definitely be top of the list. And I also want to have a look at Kieran Trippier, sorry, because, you know, he's the definition of a solid, not too old, not too young fullback, get the job done, and we know he's good. So there's a few players on the list. And the other player I'm just going to chuck on the list, you know, just so I don't forget for next episode, is Butland. Now, I know we've got Begovic, but that's it. That's all we've got at the moment. And Butland, 15 mil. If I've got the money at the end, I will try and sign him. So let me stick him on the shortlist. And let's now jump straight over to the shortlist and try and sign our first player of the series. Now, I'm thinking to go for a Wobie or Gray. Let's try and get a good winger. Now, I don't know much about them. That's the problem. You know, I'm going to go for Gray. I'm going to stick to my gut. I'm going to go for the player who I want because he can play centre attack and mid as well. That he'll just fit the system perfectly. Now, let's go. Here we go. Here's the new animation. Come on, talk to me. Is it Shakespeare? Who are you? Is that... Oh, they've got Claude Puel now. Is it Puel? Whatever his name is. I don't know. I think that's who it is. If it's not, then you can slate me in the comments. Hold to skip. Right. Should we offer a player swap? Should we be cheap? Do we offer a straight winger for a winger? Have I got any wingers that I don't want? I could offer Mahoney. I don't want to offer Pew. I want to stick to my guns. I didn't want to offer Pew. I'm not going to offer Pew. We've got a load of strikers. I keep saying it. We've got loads of strikers. Should we offer Benicophobe? That wouldn't be bad. You know, that'd be a good bit of business. They're both 74 rated, if I believe. I'm going to offer... Yeah, I'm going to offer a Phobie. I hope I haven't overpaid there. They need a striker. I know Leicester need a striker. Looking to bring in a right... You're preaching to the choir. I'm looking to bring in a right back as well. We don't have a right back. Offer other player. Do we try again? I'm not offering Smith. You can jog on. Do you want Jordan Lee? Do you want Jordan Lee? And 15 mil? Are you serious? Oh, I don't know, you know. Let me counter. How much money we got? We've got about 35 mil. How do we propose new transfer fee? That would be the one. Edit. Can I be really cheap? Can I offer you 8? I think I can offer 8. 8 million and a young right back. You can't argue with that. Come on, you don't care he doesn't have a face. Give me the good deal. Give me the good deal. Go on. Hold to skip. 15 mil. Right. You're ripping me off. You're ripping me off. You know you're ripping me off. Now, come on. You got to work with me here. I'm not offering you 15 mil. I'm not doing it. I'm cheap. Just ask my missus. I'm cheap. Come on. 10 mil. That's right. If you don't work with me at 10 mil, then you may as well get out of my office. Okay. He's starting to play hardball now. He's starting to play. Come on then. Counter. Propose new. You know, I'm not desperate for Demarai Gray, so let's go 11.5. 11.5. You know, you pushed me to 3.5 million more than I wanted to. There we go. 11.5 mil and a player we're never going to use. That's decent. That's decent business. Should we try and wrap him up before the episode's end? Should we do it? Let's do it. Let's negotiate. Let's bring in the first player to the club. If we can get Demarai Gray, then Eddie Howe needs to ring me up and I need to describe what good business is. And bringing in players like bloomin' Royce Wiggins is not good business, especially for a Premier League club. Come on. What, he wants an important role? You can have an important role. I'm not arguing with that. That's good. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I hate this hold to skip button. We're making progress. Now let's agree on how many years you want to sign for us. I have to do this? Okay, I want you for 5 years. I'm not trying to get rid of you. Are you happy with that? He's happy. He's happy. Look, you can tell he's happy. He's not considering adding a release clause. He's speaking my language now. I don't want a release clause. I don't want to lose you. Can we skip? Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Hold to skip. Hey, there we go. He's not going to ask me to do his stupid wage. That's the one thing I hate, is having to guess how much money they want. Right, he wants 52k. Okay. You've halved my wage budget here. Ooh, I'm going to have to counter. Oh, don't run out my office. Don't run out my office. I'm only interested in giving him 45. I think 45's fair. You know, signing bonus. I may be being stingy, but can I cut that down as well? Can I remove the bonus as well? Oh, I think I've taken too much away from him. You know, I think I've taken... I'm happy to give you 50k. I'll cut it down by... How much was it? 52? Was it 52? I think it was 52. Okay, 52k and 500 signing bonus. Yeah, you know, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. There you go. I don't want to pay out too much. With Bournemouth, we don't have a lot of money. Is he happy with that? Okay, he's got rid of his... Okay, that's fair. Okay, I think that's fair. He wants his signing bonus, but he has removed the goal bonus. You know, I'm not going to faff about. I'm accepting. I don't want him to run out my office. There we go. We've got our first player, guys. We have got Demarai Gray. He is in a Bournemouth shirt. We will unveil him later on today. There he is. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. I might not need a Wobie now, you know. Should we go see if he's here? Are you here? Hello? Oh, he's 75 rated. Ooh, he's had a nice upgrade. Look at that. 83 dribbling. He hasn't got 4. I swear he had 4-star weak foot. Oh, I don't care. He can play centre attack in mid. This player will be around for a very long time. I'm sorry, Pew. You can play cup games. I promise you can play... I feel so bad dropping Mark Pew. I feel that he should start. I feel like he should start. Am I going to drop Ibe? Am I going to drop Fraser? Fraser comes off the bench. I'm going to drop Ibe. I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to drop Ibe. I'm dropping Ibe. I'm sorry, Ibe. You can sit on the bench. I'm going to have to rotate Ibe and Fraser, I think, this year. But Gray is going to be starting. And that is where we are going to leave it, guys. Thank you for joining me on my new series. Please leave a like. Subscribe if you're new around here. I'm sorry if you enjoyed the Arc series. You know, if people want, I can upload a few episodes, but I'm not going to make it a daily series. This will be a series I rotate around Minecraft. Minecraft will be coming soon. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time. Peace.